Hello, welcome to Who'd Be an Actor. My name is Masu and I am an actor. And I am back after a while because life has been lifing. As if you've watched my previous videos, I went and visited my family, and that meant that I had to come back and work a lot to pay for the trip and to catch up with life. So I haven't had time to have some content for you, and I would apologize, but instinctively I feel that's okay. Yeah, because I'm going to give you as much as I can this week, and hopefully it's stuff that you can watch in the coming weeks. So I am going to record separate short videos, tutorial type things, so that you can watch them in the next coming weeks, because I'm going into rehearsals. So I'm going to be busy and I'm going to be uploading content when I can. I love you. God bless you. I hope that's okay. It's got to be okay. I'm the one thinking. Anyway, I have been asked to do something very specific. This is for you guys in Bulawayo. I hope this is very useful. The next series of videos are useful tools in actor training. Games. I'm going to do one game this video, another, and another. Some of these games, some of you actors will recognize, and some of them are adaptations that I've adapted that I find useful, and hopefully you enjoy them. So this week we are going to do a game called Keepie, and it's literally that. They got cool names. Keepie. Let me see if this is useful. Literally, what you want is a good weighted ball. So a soccer ball, a football, something like that. You don't want something too heavy because you want it to be buoyant, but you don't want it too light because you want it to land. So not a beach ball or something like that, but a soccer ball. And the point of this is your team, your crew, your cast, your class are tasked with keeping the ball up. That's it. Keepie. Here are some rules. The first rule is you're only allowed to touch the ball once per turn. So you can't 1, 2. It has to be 1 and someone else has to 2. And you have to maintain the ball in a specific area. So if you have, say, a circle, all of you have to be in the circle and the ball has to stay in the circle. If the ball hits the ground once, that cancels everything. You have to restart. If the ball goes out of the circle or the designated zone, that cancels everything. You have to restart. If the ball hits the wall, that could cancel everything unless it bounces back into the circle. If your teacher, your coach, your director allows it. If they don't, it cancels everything. However, like if it bounces on a wall and you manage to tap it back in and someone else taps and you keep going, great, good for you if they allow it. If they don't, personally that's mean, but that's the competitive spirit in me. So, rules. You have to have a goodly weighted ball. So a soccer ball or a football is perfect. You have to keep the ball up and you count. When you tap, you count the following number. So if it's 1 and the next person is 2 and the next person is 3, and you only are allowed to tap the ball with one hand, not two. So you can't volley the ball. You have to tap it. So goodly weighted ball. Only tap the ball once. The ball has to stay in the designated zone. You have to keep the ball up. You have to keep counting. And before you start the count, you can set a number that you are trying to reach. So the first time you do it, I suggest you try to reach maybe 25, depending on the size of your group. And after that, it's a reward. So like then you as a group, so your teacher, your coach, whoever sets the number for you, and you as a group, if you reach that number, can set yourselves a higher number, but you have to agree. So I wrote down here some of the points of the game. The most obvious one is you are trying to build a sense of rapport, teamwork. So you're building your crew, you're building your cast, you're building your family. All of you have to work together to keep this ball up. Number 2, the objective matters. So you're trying to, it's a game. Acting is called serious play. So you're trying to get something that's innocuous to matter. And then here comes rule number 3. You want it not to matter too much. So you don't want it to matter so much that you stop enjoying yourselves as you're working, but you want it to matter enough that you want to do a good job. Number 4, you have to adjust and adapt to the environment. So if you notice, if you're watching this and this is for you and you're setting up the game, if you notice that you tend to hit the ball too hard and it makes it go too far, and that's what tends to make the ball go out of bounds, you have to adjust yourself. Now, if you're the instructor and you're watching this, you're watching how everyone works, how they adapt, how they work together as a team with the other people. It's a tough job because you're doing individual and group dynamics watching. So you're watching whether Tabani is good at teamwork, and you're also watching whether or not the team integrates well with Tabani, things like that. You're watching whether, and you play this game. I advise you play this game before each lesson, rehearsal, whatever, because it helps you gauge where your team is, and also it helps break the ice. It's a brilliant way to check on the development of your students. And it's just fun. And so what I wrote, fair play. Be there. And teamwork. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope this is short enough. I've noticed my shorter clips do better than my longer ones sometimes. Depends on the subject matter. Anyway, so this week is called Keepie, Uppie. So again, Keepie, Uppie. May God bless you. May He keep you. May He make His face to shine on you and be gracious to you. May He turn His countenance towards you and give you peace. Bye.